All right, everyone. Welcome to an in-house league game here. We've got our captains here for this match going to be, looks like, Fawh and Puppet Soul. So on the Legion side, we have Fawh, Mind Trick, Snark, Anders, and Jano. And on the Hellborn team, we have Puppet Soul, Swanky Poppy, Janko, Menele, and Nede. So we have the bands going to be Electrician, Andromeda, and Prisoner from Hellborn, Draconis, Engineer, and Chipper from the Legion side. And we have a first pick Silhouette coming out from Hugesoul. Then we see the Moraxis and the Monarch coming out here. Into Scrap and Cthulhu font. So far we have a carry, a support, and an offlaner or a solo. Um, this could be mid silhouette from Kevin, but it could also be carry silhouette. Regardless of the first pick silhouette, which is never really a good idea, I'm pretty happy to see silhouette. I think Kevin is one of the few people that actually picks this hero, and well, it's probably my favorite carry, so I love seeing some silhouette. Then we have Moraxis and Monarch, which I'll say are more standard picks. So Faw's kind of going by the textbook here. The Moraxis doesn't really counter anything with shield specifically. Thank you for the raid, Rasta. Hope you had a good stream. It doesn't really counter anything here specifically, but in general, it's a good initiate against the silhouette. Really, anything with like an AoE setup, um, anything that's good at avoiding her nullstone pickup is really good, which could in fact force the silhouette to go shrunken later in the game. And the Monarch, well, kind of self-explanatory, arguably top three support hero in the game right now. Just the skill set overall very solid. Kind of allows you to be greedy in your carry option as well, since she's very good at getting your carry out of the early stages, as well as with the combat phase, like being able to fight and whatnot. So they're not really revealing too much just yet, but we'll see if they go for like a dual core, single core. They want to pick up more initiators. Um, Not really sure what we'll see. Last game, Fawh went for the single core FA. Well, I guess you could call it a dual core with Revenant, but
You should
they
have
didn't really
seen
scale too
your
hard compared
face.
to the other team.
It went.
Hey monkey virgins in the chat. I'm glad to announce that I've managed to put a final nail in Hunt's coffin. That means none of you virgins will be able to sit in Twitch chat for 10 hours a day anymore. Be ready for next patch, WZA will come back.
Thank you for the donation. The secondary bans are going to be Golden Veil. That's a Menele ban, 100%. That's like probably his most played hero. Uh, Solstice and Pebbles going to be addressed as well here. A little curious to the Solstice ban. I'm not sure why, but um, the Pebbles I think is like kind of whatever, since I don't know if anyone here really is a Pebbles player per se, but they're just kind of getting rid of some of the mid-game options. Adrenaline, Gemini, and Corrupted are banned. I think, well, the Gemini is targeted at Fawh. I think the Adrenaline is like a throwaway ban. I don't know if anyone plays Adrenaline. He is kind of one of those heroes that is just kind of annoying to deal with. Now, he did get a lot of nerfs last patch, but I haven't seen him in action yet. Might be still decent. Corrupted is like a tri-lane option ban. Um, I've seen Znicki play Corrupted mid, but Znicki's not in this game. So Corrupted's just really flexible, allows you to be strong in mid game. They do go with Benzington and Nymphora, so they pick up two supports here. This is leading me to believe we'll see like a 2-2-1 or a tri-lane 3-1-1 setup. And with the Benzington, that's probably going to be Faw's hero. I think this is going to be a one-roll Benzington. Maybe they'll put Snark on mid lane with the last pick, whatever they want to pick for him. Not sure what they're going to go with last pick, but we're going to see Grinix and Pearl So it is a carry silhouette, just a matter of where she's gonna lane. Scrap is probably position 4 here with Grinix and Cthulhu as the other two cores. Now, typically we see Cthulhu position 3, which means we might see um we might see like a Grinix either in a side lane somewhere and then Cthulhu mid, unless they want to run the silhouette mid to kind of. I actually think they might put silhouette mid, but they are going to last pick a wretched hag here. So if they do run the Sil mid, he's going to face Hag most likely. They could be looking to kind of win the side lanes with like 2-2-2-1-2 setup. Sorry, with the Cthulhu maybe long lane it and the Grinex short lane. I think they have some options. Um, we'll see how they do decide to lane this. They could also run the Cthulhu mid, which wouldn't surprise me. Um, Pearl TP's bottom, which means they're probably running some kind of aggressive duo or tri lane down here. Bad server. Is this the one where Fawh? This is the one where Fawh lags, isn't it? EU86. We'll probably have a remake here. See the pings. I don't think it's about the pings. I think it's about the mini DCs. I think Kevin doesn't understand that sometimes certain players get bad servers. Anyway, whether or not they pass this remake or not, there's going to be a remake. But anyway, I think we are going to see the Benzington aggro tri-lane from Legion. Probably Hag solo mid, and then the Meraxis, I think, was the last hero, will probably be solo in the short lane. And the whole point of the Legion's lineup is to create a lot of pressure, win the laning phase, and then they have a dual core of Benzington and Hag, which if they can slow down the silhouette, they're going to have a huge advantage in mid game. Now, again, if they don't get the lane matchups they want, and Silhouette can get off to a good start, she is one of those heroes that can outcarry like two mid-range style of cores. Now, Hag, of course, scales very, very well with farm. So you always have to be careful about giving Hag a really good start. If she's able to get to like Staff, Grimoire, Resto Stone, anything else like Hellflower Shrunken's always extra. But she can blow up the Silhouette because Silhouette's not the tankiest carry in the world. And they have the more access to initiate on her in mid game, so I think it's going to come down to a lot of how well Grinix and Cthulhu do this game for Hellborn. Scrap's going to find farm probably no matter what happens in the game. Send Vorax down a lane, all of a sudden he's got like, uh, I don't know, maybe he goes to Sand Scepter this game against the Monarch, maybe a Tablet, maybe he goes Sheepstick, maybe he picks up some early game items like Astrolabe and stuff, who knows. But as a position for Scrap, you typically find the farm no matter what, even if you end up dying a lot. I wouldn't be surprised to see Scrap get more farm than the Grinix, because Grinix is more of a snowbally style of hero where you need to kind of get kills a lot. He's not very good at sitting on lanes and farming, so that is one benefit of having the Scrap in this lineup, is that the Grinix is probably going to be looking to hunt and set up kills. He's got a lot of targets. He's got some of the squishier support targets if he's able to get help from one of his teammates as well. But this hero definitely rides on momentum, so if he has a slow start, he probably will taper off and not have too much impact, which will force a lot of weight onto Silhouette and Cthulhu Font. So anyway, they have Pearl. Whoa, okay, this time ATP's top. Uh, that's not exactly what happened last game, but our last before the remake. But whatevs. They decide to maybe change up some of their. Oh, they're even still thinking about it. Grenix is headed bottom. Silhouette's headed bottom. Grenix is like, "Yo, where you going? Make up your mind." And now he's gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing in my lane, boy?" Okay, fine, I'll go mid. All right, anyway, Silhouette's gonna start off bottom. The whole point of this is basically to avoid the Benzington lane. Silhouette does not want to face the Benzi at all. So they just have to decide whether he's going to be top or bottom. I don't know if they show it on the ward. That's going to be obviously influencing the decision making process here. But the whole point of this, obviously, is like I said, to get Silhouette to not match up against the Benzington. So by starting long lane, worst case scenario is you face the Benzi and then you port away. Best case scenario is you're on the opposite side, and if they port to fight you, you can always port across the map and be like, hey, I outmind gamed you. So anyway, it's Grinix versus Moraxis mid. They actually send the Hag to bottom lane. And Silhouette and Pearl are going to be pretty happy to face a solo Hag, as this is going to be where Silhouette can get her farm. And then they have Cthulhuphon and Scrap against the tri lane. I think that they will either just stick to this or move the Scrap to mid, which, to be honest, wouldn't be that bad to put Scrap in mid and just let Cthulhuphon suffer. I think no matter what, you keep a support down here with Silhouette because Hag 1v1 against Sil could definitely cause issues for Silhouette. And he even has the TP on him, so he's expecting to rotate, dodge around the map until he finds his place to find farm. I feel like Moraxis should do just fine against a Grunix. The only way I could see this maybe going wrong is if Grunix can Shadow Step him into the tower, but even then, I don't think Moraxis can die to a Grunix in the tower, because he doesn't have a slow or anything. He'd have to stun him, like, into the tower, into a tree, which is kind of hard to do from the mid lane. So we have a 8-0 Moraxis against a 6-0 Grunix. So Moraxis winning by 2 creeps so far. We have Benzington on 10 and 4, 11 and 4 now. Silhouette's not doing the best just yet, but she's got a wave here. 7 and 2 for now. And Hag is 3 and 0, so Hag's gonna be forced to pull, try to get what she can get. We got action top him line. Oh, Benzington 2v3 actually taking some pressure here, but I think he's gonna live this. Yep. Scrap's trying to get the counter kill. Oh, there's a nice Chrysalis coming in from Anders on the Monarch. And Fawh's got a joust here. This could be 2 kills for Fawh, and it will be a double tap. So that was the absolute best case scenario. Hellborn thought that they could get that kill, but there might have been a golden apple involved, as well as some very nice Chrysalis coming out from the Monarch. Cthulhuphon did stun in. That's gonna mean another kill. And if you're Hellborn, you don't really want to necessarily be giving up kills to the Benzington. You want to just try to sit up here and soak XP, just kind of contest. But now all of a sudden, you know, in a span of 1 minute, the Benzington is 201. It's 560 GPM. Hag's gonna die bottom here. Yes, he does go down. Silhouette, she will get a kill herself. Picks up an ornament here. She might go for Astrolabe, which I'm looking at the Legion's lineup, and this does not scream to me that it's a very good Nullstone game. She might just go for the bottle Astrolabe build, which I'm a big fan of. I think that kind of gets her out of early game, allows her to fight a lot. I think no matter what, we'll see Ghost Marchers, but Kevin, he typically likes the Thunderclaw, so maybe he won't go for the Astrolabe. We'll see what he does. Definitely a good portal key game for chasing down heroes like Hag and Benzington. We'll see how he itemizes moving forward, but Max is probably gonna die here. He's got the Marchers, but no mana, no HP. Pearl stole the Haster, and so he's like, "Get over here, bro!" Wants to give the kill to Grinix, which he will do. And interestingly, they rotate Okay, so they rotate one support out of top. Maybe they've decided that they don't need to tri-lane anymore. I'm not sure. I guess they decided that they could maybe contest with Hag having some levels. Silhouette's diving for this. Now the blink is available here on the Hag. Oh, really nice tree grapple. If he can light up the Lotus. Oh, but he blinks away just in time. Good play coming in from both sides there, as if he hit the Lotus, that would have been a kill. The tree grapple was really well lined up there. Nymphora, one more hit. Oh, the Lotus just out of range. That was so close. He needed like a little bit more range on the snipe there. Hag might go down here. No, she's gonna hold her ground with the creep support. Meanwhile, top lane, the Cthulhu Fawn falls again. He continues to struggle. Scrap's gonna get dove now. I think we have a Chrysalis up there on the Monarch. Joust comes in first. And Swanky Poppy is gonna fall. It's an Ultimate Warrior streak. Second double tap of the game for Fawh. And the GPM chart is looking to be, so far, all Bensington. But Silhouette and Grenix are doing okay, respectively. I could be in some trouble here. He's kind of toying with fire here. He's going to blink up. Bensington Nightfall's in. Trying to bait this out with a counter. Maybe that's why Hag was playing so ballsy. No, he didn't miss the Nightfall and the Joust. And Hag, oh my god, all of a sudden is going to fall. She, well, got spotted out. Looks like Bensington's gonna port back up to the top lane. Grenix has a double damage rune, by the way. That could definitely be a kill moving forward. Now, I don't know if he can solo kill the Moraxis by all means, but if anything, they might try to get Grenix to bait out the DD rune here and maybe go for a turn. They do have dust on the Hag. Let's see if Moraxis, he's kind of, you can tell he's kind of trying to bait this. They're going to go in for a kill themselves. Here comes the Matrax, and boom, they blow him up. Didn't need the bats to finish him off. And I think he actually did not use the double damage, so he can port somewhere and try to set up a kill when he respawns. Right now we have a 650 gold lead for Legion. They spot out the lane ward here. Silhouette is kind of quietly farming very well. I mean, doesn't have as many kills as the Bensington, but he is 480 GPM. Fight top lane going on. Bensington did use his Joust. Here comes Grenix with the double damage. They're going to kill the Bensington. And this is going to be a cleanup, most likely. The support's going to stand no chance. Might make it out with the TP. Oh, there's the trample, though, from Cthulhu Fawn. And all of a sudden, we have a hat trick coming out for Janko. And he's got 1,000 gold in the bank. Might pick up an early Brass Knuckles here. But you guys can see the power of the DD rune there. He was just mowing them down. There's the Brass Knuckles, so called that one right. Kudos to me. We actually have Silhouette going for Steam Boots. I'm surprised by that. It's valuing the extra HP here, I guess. See, he also picks up a Soul Scream Ring.
Someone will get the axe.
Less than 3.
Thank you for the sub, Darth Vapes. We are going to see your next fall in the top lane. I did miss that on the camera, but that was the Moraxis, I believe, and the Hag. I think they used another Matrax. Game is still relatively even. Hastrun in the bottle of Silhouette. They are diving bottom lane. Hastrun is activated by Silhouette. They are going to take out the Hag. There's no TPs in response to this, and Nightfall was on cooldown. Now Silhouette still has her Shadow. Quartz are coming in top lane, it looks like. Meanwhile, mid lane we have sort of an engagement going on. There's a Rev Ward down from Nymphora. They're trying to bait out the what's it called, the Quake Stun from Moraxis, but he's not given. We have Hag, still has her Bat Blast. There's the Astrolabe pickup from Silhouette, which I like the Astrolabe. I feel like that's a very good early to mid game item for her to sustain and be able to fight with her team. She's gonna go in here. Oh, she couldn't get the shadow off. There's the preservation from Pearl. She still has her shadow. She's gonna true grapple to the high ground. We'll see if the team support can secure any kills as Benzington. He's still here with a joust ready to go. He's thinking about going in. Hasn't decided yet. He will break the regen rune of Silhouette. There's the crystals coming in. The heals from the team support, but Silhouette will fall. She did use her Astrolabe as well. The Ultimate Warrior Streak goes down. Moraxis did go down first. The heals coming in from Nymphora. We'll see if Grenix can hold his ground. No, that is Benzington actually. He decides to joust back in. That could have maybe been the wrong decision, as Grenix is on the hunt now with Scrap. A few more auto attacks needed. 5 more seconds on the joust. Here comes a heal from the Nymphora, but there's the trample. Cannot get the Sackstone off. He will buy back. He has the Nightfall. See if he can go for a kill here. They are going to bring down the Cthulhu font. And Hack still, again, has her bats. She is not finding a target to use that on. Perhaps needing a chalice. It looks like she's running out of mana constantly. But that was a buyback coming in from the Benzington. He could be in some trouble here. Grenix gonna shadow step him up on the tree. There's the heal coming in from Nymphora. Double joust comes in from the Benzington in the turn. The bait is there from the Legion side as Fawh picks up a double tap. Now the ports are coming in, but it is too late. And the Legion side is going to look to possibly re-engage here. No, it looks like they will not find the opening. Meanwhile, Moraxis, he's farming away in the mid lane, about halfway to his portal key currently. I like how this bottom lane is just completely unoccupied. Nobody has gone down here for the past like 3 minutes or so. It's just a completely empty lane. We just had so much action up in this top half of the map. Hag's gonna be pushed away here out of the Nymphora heal. They're unable to bring her down though. Mid lane, tower does go down to the creeps in favor of Legion. And well, Moraxis is very close to finishing that portal key, so that is primarily his concern right now. Once he gets that, that's going to give the Legion team quite a heavy momentum swing. Silhouette currently in the jungle. Let's see what she goes for as her next item here. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like either a portal key, an old fireblade, even an early shrunken, but again, that would kind of reduce his damage output quite a lot if he goes for a very early shrunken. Don't think we'll see him do that. So you guys are having fun in the Twitch chat there. Grenix still doing well, 370. Maybe we'll see him go for straight Shrunken Head. I think if he goes for a damage item, it could maybe work, but it is definitely a greedier choice if he goes for something like a Shield Breaker. Trying to think of anything else that he could maybe go for. I think it's either Shield Breaker or Shrunken Head are his two choices. Thunderclaw is already picked up on the Benzington. So even with the buyback, he's still farming 610 gold per minute. He's got quite a lot of build up, surrounded by his Thunderclaw. We see Hellborn grouped up here to push the top tier 1 tower. We'll see if Legion reacts here or if they're content with chilling for now. Then they do have the blink on the Moraxis. Is he dusted? He is. Benzington's gonna miss the joust here. There's the bats coming in though. It looks like this initiation is not going to work out. Hellborn is more or less all here. They're going to bring down the scrap. Here comes the bubble from Pearl, pushing them away. Pearl's going to die. And there's the Nymphora heal, sustaining the Legion team. Silhouette's going to try to tree grapple back over to the jungle. Oh, he swaps back in. He's trying to do as much damage as he can. He does end up falling. The Shadow is going to go down as well. And Bensington is kind of just too strong with his current team support right now. He has both a Nymphora and a Monarch to keep him alive. So I feel like Legion is hitting a good timing here, where they're very strong, especially with the PK picked up now on the Moraxis. So Hellborn probably wants to slow things down a little bit, maybe pick up some more items. Curious as to what Bensington will go for next. Personally, I'm not a fan of him upgrading into the Hyper Crown. I feel like that is... Although it adds a lot of damage, I feel like it is not really too good on the Bensington to go early Hyper Crown. I feel like he'll benefit way more from something like a Null Fireblade or a Geometer's Bane. And then post that item, he could go for like a Shrunken Head. But yeah, I'm not typically a big fan of the straight Hyper Crown Bensington build. So Silhouette looks like she is going the Thunderclaw. This is a very signature Kevin item pickup on the Silhouette. Could see a jump here on the Grunex. There's the dust coming out. Hag comes in with the Sonar Scream. Hellborn's going to try to turn this around. Grunex is going to survive here from the Pearl heals. He will go down eventually, though. Moraxis gets his shield popped. Here comes Bensington doing tons of damage with his Nightfall. He picks off the scrap in the background. Cthulhu Font goes down. And all of a sudden, before Silhouette can realize that her entire team has fallen, and it is a 4-for-0 fight, starting off with that Moraxis jump. Well, he did go for the straight Hyper Crown. Not my favorite build, but it is definitely going to skyrocket his farm moving forward. And Moraxis building towards his Hellflower. Richidak picks up Gnomes. Pretty good item, giving armor and an aura to the team. Grenex could still be going either Shieldbreaker or Shrunken. Picks up the Warhammer. What am I looking at here? Bottom lane. They are going to bring down the Bensington. And again, this is one of the reasons I don't really like the Hyper Crown. You sit at 1k HP. And although you farm fast, I feel like with this hero, you kind of just want to be fighting all the time. So building into more aggressive items, following up the Thunderclaw typically translates better. Silhouette's being very aggressive here. He's gonna get jumped by the Moraxis. Here comes the heal from the Nymphora. Moraxis activates his Majax. Here comes the Nightfall, though. It's gonna land onto 3, and he is going to solo the Silhouette. They also take out the Pearl. There was no bubble available, and Scrap goes down. It is absolute disaster. Nymphora is going to port. Where is he porting, though? Porting here for the Cthulhu Font. And Bensington, not going to get the kill, but he does pick up an assist there. And well, I think one more fight, one more of those kinds of fights could mean the game getting out of Hellborn's reach here. A 2k gold on the Bensington. Hag has a glowstone. She is working towards staff, it looks like. Which, we could see her staff the Bensington. That is not out of the question. Grinek's starting to taper off, as this hero kind of tends to do. It's a very momentum-based core hero. And we have not seen, unfortunately, a lot out of Cthulhu Font this game, as he did go up against that 2v3 lane top, so understandable. He's kind of sitting at 200 GPM. Not really a hero that flash farms all that well. There's the shield breaker from Grinek, so they are deciding that they need damage. There's the Geobane. What, does he have the full Geobane? I feel like that is maybe he bought the fire. Yeah, I think he bought the firebrand plus the Geobane recipe on accident, and he sold the recipe. We should have a firebrand coming to him. That would be probably like 800 GPM if he had a Geobane already. They are gonna spot him out here. Oh, he missed the stun though. Now it doesn't matter because Monarch is here, and they are gonna turn it around. Silhouette immediately swaps out to her shadow over by the Ancients. But I think regardless of if that stun hit, I don't think the Bensington dies there. There's just too much support from the Monarch. So that's going to try to push the mid tower here while they are distracted both top and bottom. Brother is going to sacrifice for the Silhouette. And they did not get the tower actually. He's gonna avoid the Zeal stun here. He's gonna go for the port out. Oh, he actually swaps in. That might be the wrong decision. Oh my god. That's an oopsie if I ever saw one. He was actually fine, and then he greeted and swapped back. Hag could be dead middle lane. He's gonna blink to safety. Oh, he'll be fine. They have the damage here to bring down the Runex. Bensington, no Nightfall. He's moving over with the Nymphora. And this could be a clash here. Silhouette has respawn. She's also running to the mid lane. So both teams want to fight. Scrap's going to go down. Here comes the trample from Cthulhu, but now he is going to fall as well. Champion into it. Double tap comes out for Fawh. Bensington used the Nightfall. He's trying to catch the Silhouette, but they're not going to find him. But the damage is done, regardless of the Nightfall landing there. They get 3 kills for nothing again. The lead is now 20k, and I am not really going to say that I see a good way for Hellborn to come back here. I think that this one is kind of too far gone at this point. Silhouette swaps. She did bait a lot of that damage with her shadow, but she's gonna fall. There's just too much power on the side of Legion. And they do get a kill on the Monarch, but it looks like everyone got out. Maraxis already has his Hellflower. They didn't get the Rex, but They broke the tower. It's a good start. We have an import here with the Bensington. Might be spotted on this Sword of Revelation, actually. I think that he is definitely being spotted. Bilbo goes down again. Bensington. Oh, Fawh has a portal key, by the way. This is a very Fawh-esque item pickup on the Benzie. I do actually like it quite a lot. We don't usually see portal key Bensington, but where's he going? He's going for the Pearl. You can see the burst power there. He even portal keyed like very short distance just to hit the Joust. Oh, he picked up a Phobo. Fawh picked up a Fawh. No, Fawh picked up a Phobo. That's gonna give him, is it 75 range? I think it's 75 on melee. Oh, it's 50. Once he gets a wing bow, then it's 75 range to melee. Well, anyway, they're gonna call the GG's there. I think that one is understandable. So anyway, pretty dominating performance here from Legion. Uh, Mostly led here from the Bensington, but well, we'll give a lot of credit to Moraxis. He played very well this game as well, and Hag had the short stick lane, but did quite well himself. So that'll be that.